There were a few days in early 2017 where I didn't know if my initial stage 2 cancer diagnosis was actually stage 4. It was a few days where I deeply contemplated what I would miss about this planet, this world, about this human experience. And what came up for me was that I would regret never having shared my story and what I saw and what I felt when life introduced me to my own mortality. Somebody once said, "Don't go with your music still inside you." So here's my music. In our world, who we are is often determined by our physical characteristics. I am beautiful. I am old. I am disabled. I am Asian. I am successful. I am a mother. Others measure and identify us by what they perceive when they first see us. She's old. She must be grumpy. He's black. What's he up to? She's disabled. She must be weak. She looks successful. She must be arrogant. She's beautiful. She must be shallow. She's overweight. She must be lazy. Are the identifiers that others label us with who we truly are? Is our own perception of ourselves who we truly are? Are you a single mom or a wealthy CEO in your core? Or are these merely physical identifiers based on your physical appearance and the momentary perceptions of those around you? Are you a man in your core, or are you identified as a man due to your body parts and maybe a deep voice? Are you the family provider, the one that has to be strong in all circumstances because you're a man? Is that all you are? What if you're physically no longer able to fulfill those expectations? Are you less of a man? What are you in your core? Where is this core? And how can we connect to that place where our true self and essence resides? How do we find it? The universe we live in is vast, infinite, expansive. Our small planet is minuscule compared to the space in which it resides. We as human beings are even smaller micro-expressions that live on this planet for time spans ranging from seconds to decades. If we consider the human lifespan in a universe that has been around for billions of years, the lengths of our physical lives are merely momentous little sparks in this vast cosmos of life and space. Yet who we think we are, how beautiful we are, how strong we are, how wealthy we are, matters so much to us to the point that when this perception is threatened in any way, we fall apart, we feel lost, we feel less of a person. We might even consider to end our physical lives. In order to live a human life, we do require a vehicle of some sort, a physical body, including skin and skin color, hair color, height, and so on. And in order to navigate human life, we do need to take care of our physical needs. However, when we become completely identified with our physical identity, with our ego, our perception of our body and our image, we neglect the vast part of who and what we truly are in our essence. our essence identity. Discovering our essence identity and being able to connect to it is an experience that removes fear, the feeling of imperfection and inferiority, and provides a connection to the ultimate source of everything. It emanates stability, permanence, and true love. It is the place where we're whole, always, no matter the circumstances around us. When the success of the CEO is threatened, when the physical beauty of the beauty queen is threatened, when the marriage of the happy couple falls apart, when the ability to procreate of the young man or woman is threatened, what happens? When we only know and can respond from our physical identity, we despair and crumble. When we're able to perceive all circumstances from our essence, from our true self, we're able to see beyond physical, beyond ego, beyond physical capabilities. True security, stability, and permanence are the source of this essence identity that each of us is an equal part of. As part of my breast cancer journey, it was recommended I remove the 14mm tumor that was in my left breast. I chose to have both breasts removed, fully, without reconstruction. Many of my friends and the doctors couldn't understand my decision. They didn't understand how I would still feel the same and how I would still feel like a woman. For me, all I saw was a huge opportunity to go deeper. And after the surgery, I never felt so whole in my entire life. I finally was no longer defined by my look, my breasts, objectified, defined by my physical attributes, but rather, I discovered to a greater extent than before who I truly was, who I am beyond physicality. And it was the most beautiful, freeing, and infinite feeling that I had ever experienced until that point. Discovering and connecting to our essence, to this source, required that I let go of my ego, my identification with what and who the world told me I was. With my victim mentality, my identification with my physical form. A cancer diagnosis is an easy opportunity to see oneself as a victim, but there are countless other ways. It is a sensible subject, this victimhood, and only you yourself will truly know the victim roles that you have taken on and choose to identify with. When we share our true story, when we play our essence music, it contributes in ways beyond what we can imagine to others and to their ability to start to see themselves as who they truly are. When you share your own truth, it heals. It heals you and it heals many others. Why? Because that truth, that music comes from the life source. And because we're all connected and come from that same source, that light, that fire that you emanate, helps ignite the spark in others. Each of us, as part of this human experience, has a story. Our purpose is not this far-fetched, elusive thing that we may or may not find. Your purpose is to share your story. From your heart, from your core, to be honest with yourself as to who you have discovered yourself to be. To give to other humans the service of sharing your true self. Humanity is like this huge orchestra. We're all different. We have to be different. Our power lies in being different. And at the same time, all of our different stories have the same underlying feelings, needs, and hopes. They all derive from one unconscious need, to find our way back home, to the source, to the light. For having found the light beyond my physicality. And that's my music. That's my story. What do you see beyond your physicality?